So, based on this very dark man's case and Billard, somebody very close to the case, somebody who appears to know much about the circumstances that led to the remand of Billard, reached out to me this afternoon. I never knew him, but he chatted me up, sought for my number, and I gave him, and he said that he has some insight to share concerning the case of Very Dark Man and Billard and the circumstances that led to this remand. And from the analysis, from everything he said, it became obvious that if those things he said were to be true, what it means is that Billard actually attracted this embarrassment to himself. And this is part of the things that we have been teaching on this platform, and that is why we have to respect authority. Because when you respect a constituted authority, they, of course, will reciprocate. Because, you know, people have been trying to draw a certain narrative that this is about City Boys, Bill's position against the City Boys, and the fact that he's not supporting APC, and the very fact that the Very Dark Man is a political tool. Well, why people are entitled to make their respective suggestion, it is important for us not to draw that conclusion at this stage, because what actually happened, according to the information, according to the what I heard from somebody who appears to have an a detailed information about the circumstances that triggered this particular situation, is that, you know, this case has been pending. I mean, Billard, you had earlier reported to the police, you wrote your statement, and you were given dates to come back, and you failed to honor the police invitation. They were calling you, they were inviting you, they were sending you notices to appear, to come for further investigation and all of that. And you never showed up. You never filed a suit challenging the invitation. You never did anything to really prove that you are no longer comfortable with such constant invitation. And when you now finally decided to honor that, you went there alone. You went there without your lawyer. But you have been on social media telling people you have a senior advocate that represents you, that will challenge and, you know, contest the case to any logical conclusion. Well, it is important that we make this, make this public and use it to do what? To learn some lessons. Whenever you are invited by the police, you have a right to do what? To honor that particular invitation. There is civic obligation on your part to honor the invitation. However, when you have honored the invitation and you see that what they are talking seems not to be in line with the law, or that's, I mean, they are just dragging you unnecessarily, you have a right to consult your lawyer to file a suit challenging that invitation, because that amounts to violation of your rights. And of course, having a senior advocate as your lawyer is good and fantastic and the best. Having a senior lawyer to represent you in a suit, in a case, is as wonderful as having a senior advocate as well. But then, it is important that why you have senior advocate and senior lawyers, you know, handling your cases, you still have need to have some spirited young lawyers around you. What would they do for you? They will be responsive more than a senior advocate. Senior advocate is not just by mouth. These are made people. They are rich. They are men of class. They are more busy than any other person. They may not have time to attend, every of your cases. More or less, if they are even able to pick your call, they will send somebody. But that is when they pick your call. But what if they couldn't pick as at the time you need them most? A senior advocate will not risk a night bus to get to your destination, but young lawyers will risk. A senior advocate, once he gets to the airport and probably there is a story about his flight and all that, he goes back to his home. But a junior lawyer or somebody who is just, young lawyers will definitely find a means to get to the position where you are needed, where a lawyer is needed at that material time. And his presence there may save a lot of situations. So guys, this is a lesson we need to learn. Assuming this information appears to be true, then what it means is that a lot of things actually led to this present situation of Billon, because I know that there has been this online banter, but when you listen to Very Dark Man, you discover that those banters were not even part of the suit. This particular suit appears to be entirely different. So guys, let us keep watching, let us keep bringing this information, and let's continue to learn from this particular situation, this particular case. Hit the share button. I am your friend, Frank Amwal.